Evelyn Ackah is in Calgary. Hi, Evelyn.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. You are a business owner, and as I said at the beginning of the program, looking forward to hearing that perspective. You're a lawyer as well. So how do you feel about the right to disconnect?
Well, I think it's great if you can encourage that among your staff. That's my general overall view. Please don't answer my emails or Slacks over the weekend. I happen to be in today all day working, catching up, and I love listening to you and CBC, and I thought I'd call in because, as you heard before, lawyers are not a part of that. We have very demanding clients and things that are time sensitive. And so I think the nature of your role is significant. So for instance, my admin assistant leaves right on time unless there's something urgent and she gets overtime for. But if you're an associate lawyer or maybe even a paralegal where you have professional responsibilities that may be taking you into extra hours, you have to do what you need to do to make sure your client is served as well as possible. So I'm very much in the middle of this because as an owner, of course, I put in more time than anybody else because it's your baby of a law firm. However, you want your people to be rejuvenated when they come back on Monday to be able to do good work.
When I was talking to a previous caller, Rosario, I think it was, who's also a business owner, he's in Winnipeg, and I said, okay, I want to ask a question that requires a lot of candor, which may not be fair of me. And I'm going to do the same thing for you, Evelyn. As you're sitting there in the office on a Sunday, I know your work is your baby, and this is a choice you've made, but still, you're there on a Sunday, and you think to yourself, I have a question for a paralegal. I'd really like to get in touch with him and ask that question now and get an answer right now. How do you deal with that?
It's very rare I need the answer right now, but sometimes the way I work is I just need to get it out of my head so I don't forget. So I do love that Outlook and other technology allows you to send it and delay the receipt because then it's out of my head and they'll look at it in the morning. So there are ways to use technology where you're not necessarily bothering people. If it's urgent, like I have a client stuck at the border, obviously I'm going to pick up the phone and I'm going to, do what I need to do to help them and contact staff if necessary. But those are very rare emergencies. I think most things can wait. And I don't expect a response, but I do need to do my work so that I can get it out of my long list and know that it's been delegated.
Yeah. And you may not be able to answer this question, but I will ask it. Have there been situations where you've realized that an employee is really not cut out for your firm because they're just really, really strict about downing tools at 5 o'clock?
You know what? It's true. I have had to make those decisions in the past. There's, I think for me, it's more of a culture of everybody pitch in, and I think that's the culture we want to encourage. Not, there are days we all leave early. There are days we go have lunch and never come back. There are days, we have fun together and it's social. But when it's all hands on deck and one person doesn't, join that kind of culture, it tells you very quickly they may not be the right fit for the firm. So it's a mutual back and forth, and I give a lot of, great bonuses and raises and all the rest of it because I want to ensure that people know I appreciate their time and especially any extra time, even if they are professionals that may not get overtime, they get recognized for that extra bit of work. And I think I'm trying to do the best I can as a small business owner, as well as taking care of clients so you don't miss any deadlines, which as a lawyer, I can't miss any deadlines. So yeah, it is a fine balance, Ian, and I really think it's a great topic because it raises alarms for all of us to think about balance. I may be in today, but I might be off on Friday. You know what I mean? And so
absolutely.
There are benefits to being an owner as well as the downsides that you're always working, even if it's just in your head. You're always thinking about the work and the clients and the cash flow.
Coming up to 3:30 in the afternoon in Calgary on a Sunday with you at work. So hopefully you will get to, take some time off on Friday afternoon to make up for it, Evelyn. Thank you very much for calling in.
Thanks so much, Ian. Great show.